If you watch my channel, you know I'm a big fan of the Asus laptops, ultra portables such as the ZenBook. I've reviewed my share of them in the past. It's been a while since I've reviewed one, so I was happy to take delivery of the Asus ZenBook 14. This was released late 2018. Finally got my hands on it, and boy, I'm glad I did, because it's a great price to performance value there. I like what you get for the price. You get a nice full HD NanoEdge display, ergo lift hinge to give you a really nice typing angle, great airflow, and also great sound coming from the speakers. I also like the fact that you're getting pretty decent battery life and good performance out of the Intel 8th generation Whiskey Lake processor. So I was really excited when I took delivery of it about a week ago. Hey everybody, it's Andrew, and this is my unboxing and review of the Asus ZenBook 14. Coming up. Want to see more videos like this? Well, why not hit that subscribe button and make sure you hit that notification icon. This way you'll be alerted every time I post a new video. And don't forget to check me out on my social media, especially Twitter, because that's where I post all the latest updates. Now, what really caught my attention about this ultra portable is its excellent price to performance ratio. You're looking at a very good price of $11.99 US. That means you're getting some really high-end specs, but you're not breaking the bank. And I think a lot of you are looking at this laptop because of that very reason. So I'll put my affiliate link below to my Amazon affiliate link, of course. And if you go through that link, I will get a small commission. That certainly helps out this channel. So if you do that, I will thank you in advance for your support. Now, before we get to the unboxing, here's a quick rundown of the specs. You're looking at a 14-inch Full HD NanoEdge display. It's a really nice display. We'll go over that in a little bit. It's powered by the Intel 8th generation Core i7-8565U. That's the Whiskey Lake processor. That's good to see. It's got 512 gigabytes of PCIe NVMe SSD storage. It also has 16 gigabytes of DDR3 RAM. But that's enough with the specs. Let's find out what you get inside the box. Let's open it up. Now, they do give you a sleeve in the box. I think that's a nice touch. It's not the highest quality, but I do appreciate it nonetheless. Now, you get your power adapter. It's a barrel pin connector. It's not USB-C. We'll go over that in a bit. You also get a Ethernet adapter and, of course, the unit itself. This is a very compact, sleek-looking laptop. It's also got a really nice color, royal blue, gold accents. I really like the way Asus put this together. It's a nice-looking laptop. And finally, get some documentation and warranty information as well. Now, before we get to the ports and the tour of the device in general, I want to thank today's sponsor, Wondershare, and their excellent data recovery software, Recoverit. Now, being a content creator here on YouTube, I'm constantly having to recover files that I either accidentally delete or get corrupted, and I need an excellent solution in terms of data recovery. And that's where Wondershare's Recoverit comes in. It does a really excellent job on recovering those files. It's a free download available for both Windows and Mac, and I like the fact that it's really easy to use. Select the target drive, select the file you want to recover, and let Recoverit do its magic. It's that simple. Now, like I said, Recoverit is free of charge, but there is an upgraded version, Recoverit Pro and Recoverit Ultimate, with even more added functionality at a great price. I'll put the links below for all those versions. It's the kind of recovery solution you wish you had on hand when you need it. Head on over to recoverit.wondershare.com for more information, and I want to thank Wondershare for sponsoring today's video. It has an interesting array of ports, but one really notable missing port. We'll talk about that in a minute. But on the left side, you do get your DC in, that's where you'll charge your device, HDMI, USB 3.1, and a USB-C 3.1 Gen 2. On the right side, you have a 3.5mm headset jack, a USB 2.0 Type A, and a micro SD card slot for storage expansion. Notably missing, no Thunderbolt 3 port. That to me is a big miss by Asus. And that's probably why this doesn't cost as much as others in this category. They had to cut some corners somewhere. But that's a miss in my book though. But I do like the ergo lift hinge, giving you a better typing angle, better cooling, and better audio. Now, I really do like the ergo lift hinge. Let me know what you think about it in that comment section below. I am curious. It's also a very compact design, very portable, great for the business traveler or the student, and I love the fact they outfitted it with a 14-inch display in the body of a 13-inch laptop. Now, one of the things I really like about this ultra portable is its 14-inch Full HD display. It's got a 92% screen to body ratio. It's pretty impressive, actually. You're looking at a glossy Full HD panel. It's 1920 by 1080. It's a 16 by 9 aspect ratio. As you know, I'm not the biggest fan of 16 by 9. I much prefer the 3 by 2 aspect ratio, especially when you need to get productivity work done. But for consuming media, watching Netflix, watching YouTube, it's really a very good, sharp Full HD panel. I have no complaints. It's got some really deep black, some vibrant colors. I'm impressed with it. But I do wish it was a bit brighter, coming in at only 238 nits. It's definitely below the category average, definitely below some of its competition, as you can see, but it's definitely good enough for indoor use. It definitely gets bright enough, but if you're going to be working in direct sunlight outdoors, you will have some issues, and that will certainly be exacerbated by the fact that it does have a glossy display. But for indoor use, you'll be perfectly fine. And for those creative professionals out there, it does cover the color gamut really well at 121% sRGB, definitely above the category average. And I really love the fact that it has some very slim bezels, ultra slim in fact, 2.9 millimeters, really nice. And I love the fact they were able to put a webcam in the proper place on the top of the display, unlike some other manufacturers. So this is the front-facing webcam on the Asus ZenBook 14 UX433, and nothing here too special, nothing impressive, that's for sure. It's a 720p, 30 frames per second. Kind of wish it was full HD, but we don't get that here. But it certainly would get the job done. You're looking to do Skype, you're looking to do any kind of video conferencing, we'll definitely get the job done. It's a little bit grainy, it's not the best quality. Definitely could be better, that's for sure. But let me know in the comment section below what you think. I am curious to know. The good news is it's a Windows Hello camera, so it can log you in via face recognition. Setup was easy and registered my face pretty much every time I used it. Good job in that department. Now the keyboard's actually pretty good. It has 1.1 millimeters of key travel, which of course is on the shallow side, but it does have good tactile feedback. I didn't feel like my fingers were going to bottom out at any point, and I like the fact that it was comfortable typing for extended periods of time. And it has a multi-stage backlight that allows you to get work done in a dark room or a dimly lit environment. Now at first glance, the touchpad looks like your normal run-of-the-mill standard touchpad with precision drivers. Two-finger scrolling seemed to work really well. Windows 10 just as worked as advertised. No real complaints, although under heavy load I noticed every now and then the cursor would slow down. So I'm not sure if it's a driver issue or what have you. But this touchpad does have a trick up its sleeve. It also doubles as a number pad. That's right, for all you number crunchers out there, you can use the touchpad as a number pad if you want to get more productivity work done when crunching those numbers. Well, what do I think of it? I guess there might be some value for those accountants out there, but to me it seems a little bit gimmicky. I don't really have that much use for it, but I understand where it can have some value potentially for some. Now, as far as the speakers are concerned, they're Harman Kardon branded. They're really good. They're located on the bottom, and with the Ergo Lift, you're going to get a pretty good sound. They're pretty immersive. It gets loud. There's bass. I'm actually impressed with how good these speakers are. Very good job, Asus. So as far as upgradability is concerned, the RAM is soldered on, and so is the Wi-Fi card, but you can swap out the SSD, although it did get some very good reads and writes, as you can see here. Now you're getting some pretty good performance on this laptop, and that's thanks to the Intel 8th generation Whiskey Lake processor, the Core i7-8565. Couple that with 16 gigabytes of DDR3 RAM, you're getting some pretty decent results, as you can see from these benchmarks. Now for me, this is a great travel laptop. If I want to get work done, Microsoft Office, emails, web browsing, this is great for that. If you want to consume media, Netflix, YouTube, it's a really great machine. Now as far as any kind of video editing, 1080p, you can definitely do it on this. I wouldn't do any 4K video editing, and I certainly wouldn't do any AAA title gaming on this. This is not that kind of laptop. Now there is a model that does have an MX150 GPU. That's better if you need to do more high-intensive video editing, or if you want to do some gaming, say AAA gaming on lower settings, you can definitely do it. I wouldn't recommend it, but it's definitely possible if you go with that SKU. Now as far as thermals are concerned, as you can see, it does have one fan as opposed to two. It doesn't get particularly loud, so that's not bad. But as far as cooling is concerned, it was a mixed bag. When under heavy load, it did stay relatively cool by the touchpad. The center of the keyboard started to get really warm, and the bottom of the device started to get almost uncomfortable actually. So as far as thermals are concerned, they could have done a better job in my opinion. Well, you're probably wondering, well, how's the battery life? It's actually pretty good. Here's how it did in my continuous web surfing test over Wi-Fi at 150 nits. 8 hours and 48 minutes, which is above the category average, and it's pretty much an all-day device on what I like to call normal use. But again, everybody's use case is a little bit different. Everybody uses their devices a little bit differently, so their battery life may vary. So please keep that in mind. But as far as I'm concerned, it is pretty much an all-day battery device, which is exactly what we want to see. That's pretty good. But if you find yourself needing to plug in, they do supply a 65-watt power adapter. It's got a barrel pin connector. It's not USB-C, so that's a little bit of a negative in my book, but it does charge it at just under 2 hours, which isn't too bad. So to wrap things up, can I recommend the Asus ZenBook 14? And the answer is yes, I really do like this ultra portable. It really has a lot of things going for it. It's got a sharp NanoEdge display. I like its compact and sleek design, the innovative LED number pad, very good speakers, very good battery life, and it comes in at a very competitive price. But of course, there are some issues. This is not a perfect laptop. The biggest culprit here is the lack of Thunderbolt 3, and that's a big miss in my book. I can live with a dimmer display, I can live with a lousy webcam, and the touchpad can be fixed via software updates. But you know what? Asus surprised me on this one. I actually really like this laptop. I'm going to give it a score of 90%, making the Asus ZenBook 14 worth your money. So what do you think about the Asus ZenBook 14? I actually like it. I like the way it looks. It's a really sleek looking device. I love the fact they put a 14-inch display pretty much in a 13-inch body. It's thin, it's light, ultra portable, although it is a major fingerprint magnet, as you can see on this video. But you will be wiping it down, and they do supply a case in the box or a sleeve. That's a nice touch. Not all manufacturers do that. Big negative here, lack of Thunderbolt 3. That is a big surprise. The other big negative with this, can't charge with USB-C. You have to use the supplied barrel pin connector AC adapter. So that's a little bit of a negative, but you're getting good battery life, you're getting good performance out of that Whiskey Lake processor. You also get 16 gigabytes of RAM, and this all comes in at $1,200. And display-wise, it has a full HD 14-inch display with the NanoEdge technology, virtually bezel-less, 92% screen-to-body ratio. But in order to get it to that price, they had to cut a few corners, hence no Thunderbolt 3, and that's a little bit disappointing. I don't really need it. This is more of a travel laptop for me. Great for a business executive, great for a student, thin and light, and there is an optional GPU you can get with this, the MX150. I don't have it on my unit, but it is an available option if you do want to get that with a GPU. So what do you think about the Asus ZenBook 14? Good price to performance ratio, good value for your money. I think you get a lot of bang for the buck. So that's a pretty good deal in my opinion. Good overall good job, although I wish the screen was a little bit brighter, and of course I wish it did have Thunderbolt 3 support. So please hit the like button, please subscribe, please share this video. Don't forget to leave a comment in that comment section below. Let me know how I'm doing. Let me know if there's a device or something out there you think I should review. I'll do my best to try to make that happen. Don't forget to check me out on Facebook, on Twitter, Instagram, and of course my website, AMDtechreviews.com. So until next time, this is Andrew from AMDtech. See ya.